y'all doing great? Are you doing good? Are you doing just like okay? Do you need to talk about anything? So I'm in LA. I'm like in between Santa Monica and Venice. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I drove from Arkansas to LA, 21 hours, I think, by myself. It was pretty fun. I recorded a whole video about it and I was gonna post that for you guys and give you guys travel tips and advice and everything. But that was kind of a fail because I edited the entire video. The whole thing was literally about to post it and it deleted. So I'm gonna insert some clips from that here. Okay guys, so this is my car right now. It's a whole mess. And then my trunk, beautifully stuffed in there. Drive friendly, the Texas way. We're just gonna pull on over here, guys, and say hi to Texas. Okay, so does anybody else think it's weird how cows and horses, every single time you pass by them, they're literally just standing there, or they're like with their heads down? Like, I know they're probably eating grass or whatever, but they're all just staying there doing the exact same thing. They're never moving. Every single time. Cows, just standing there, not moving, not running. I did, however, hear a very interesting fun fact today. So apparently, if you play cows, the genre of music that they like, they will produce more milk. Or if you play them like the genre of music they don't like, they'll produce less milk. And apparently there's this chick who like would go out into like the pasture or whatever and play music on her guitar, and cows from like all over the cow lands would come listen to her play. I heard that today for the first time when I was on the phone with my friend. I was like, wow, that's just marvelous. It's hot AF. I'm in Cali. Woo woo! So some tips for a solo road trip, or even a road trip in general. Bring a cooler. Like, it doesn't have to be an igloo one or whatever, it can be a styrofoam one. And you can put lunch meat, cheese, yogurt, fruits, drinks, anything. And this will save you time, it will be convenient, and it will save you money. So, all good reasons to just do it, you know? Another thing I would say is you're gonna have to find a way to keep yourself entertained. Like, I literally drove for 12 hours by myself. You have to learn how to enjoy your company. I mainly jammed out a lot, listened to new music. I had some poetry slams with myself. I talked to people on the phone, family members, friends, whoever. Made a YouTube video, which, you know. Oh, I played some road trip games with myself. That was kind of fun. Another tip I would say is to keep a positive mindset about everything, because you will just have a much better time than if you were sitting there being like, oh, I really wish someone was here, or oh, I'm so lonely, or just whatever. If you just like embrace the time to yourself and be like, wow, I'm really, really grateful that I get to do this. This is a really good opportunity. Well, like, just pay attention to your surroundings. Also watch the road, of course, but you can observe just the beauties around you. Life, you know.
Imagination.
So how I make money. Here's some things that I do to make money. So the first one, what made me be able to come here is a stock. I'm sure you've heard of it, Dogecoin. I got lucky with that one. I invested whenever it was really, really low, before it was even at a cent. I made a $4,000 profit off of a $150 investment. And I held it for a few months, but I didn't even have to hold it for that long. I was just kind of hoping it would go back up, but then I was just ready to cash out. If you put your mind to it, you can learn anything. Get on YouTube, get on Google. Another thing is, whenever I used to work at Walmart, I literally drove my little pit cart around because I was a personal shopper, and I watched YouTube videos all day long about how to make money, about what rich people say about making money and all that stuff. And they say that you need multiple income sources. So like if one fails, you have another one to back it up, and you have multiple streams of income coming at one time, and they're active and passive. So some things you have to work for every day, but some things are just coming in while you're sleeping. Some things are just coming in while you're not doing anything. So some different ones are starting your own business. You can do drop shipping. You can get on Shopify and pay like $40 a month to start your own website, but you could also get on Etsy and start off that way, and that's free. So with drop shipping, you can literally look online, find a product on, I think, AliExpress or Alibaba or whatever. There's like 2 different ones. You make your website and you buy the product for a really cheap price. You make your website and sell it for a lot more and run ads on all different sources like Facebook, Instagram, whatever. That's a source of passive income, because once you make that website one time and you start running your ads, then the money will just start coming in. You have to be really patient and you have to work really hard for it at first, but if you put in the time and you put in the effort, it's worth it. It's so worth it. Right now, I'm like kind of starting my own business, Pluvium Dreams, if you're interested. That's like where I'm using Printify and Printful, and I'm designing my products on there, and I'm using my photos, and you can also use Shutterfly photos on there. They're free. I put those on my website. I change the captions, I pick the pictures. They have models modeling them for you, and once someone orders the product, Printify or Printful will ship it for you. No sponsor, but they'll ship it for you. Another income source, YouTube. Research how to make quality YouTube videos, how to promote your YouTube videos, how to do the edits. What do you search on YouTube? Make a video about that. I think it takes 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of view time to get monetized. A lot of these things you have to be patient for, and you have to keep trying, but they'll work. You can get an apartment and you can rent it, and you can rent out each bedroom in that apartment. Say you do month-long stays or just do nightly stays, the money you'll be getting in from renting out those apartments will be more than what you're paying for the apartment, so then you'll be getting profited, and that's another form of passive income. Another thing is you can buy vending machines. They're a couple $100. Say you're making income, you're like, oh, might as well try it. Put it in a popular place. You can make all of the money that people put in for the vending machine, and you can put in some really good snacks in there, you know? Yum. Those are just a few ideas, but you can look it up on YouTube. You can look it up on different websites. You can find a lot more where that came from. There's so many people that post this kind of stuff. No, you have to dabble in a bunch of little things, because maybe you don't know what your passion is. Dabble into a lot of different little things. You could try skateboarding, you could try photography. That's another one, photography. Writing. You could be a freelance writer. There's a website for freelance writers, and they will have a whole bunch, like, lists of people who are looking for writers for this and that, and they can pay you to write them something, and you already have them right in front of you. You already know who needs it done and everything. So, you know, why not? Poetry. You into poetry? Write a poetry book. Get a publisher eventually. All of these things are just ideas. All of these things will take time. If you have savings, that's great. You can quit your job and get started. If not, keep trying. Okay, some things to do in LA, as if you can't think of anything, one thing to do. There's hundreds of things to do. So things I've done so far is I went to the Runyon Canyon Park. That's a really popular like mountain walking, running park trail. Super pretty, super worth going. Venice Beach, I think, is one of my favorites so far that's near LA, because the Malibu ones are all amazing. All of the Malibu beaches, 10 out of 10. but the closest one that I would say is the best is probably Venice. Depending on the day you go, if you're going on a Saturday, any beach is gonna be busy, but I went on a Monday and it was just great. It was wonderful. There's a lot of free things to do. Anywhere you're going, there's gonna be free things to do. There's museums that are free. I just went to a free yoga class a second ago. It was great, an hour long for free. If you're into like meditation and stuff, there's a peace awareness and labyrinth. I think it's like $5 to get in, but you have to book that online too. A lot of things you do have to book online. We got boogie boards yesterday and we just went onto the ocean and tried to learn how to do that. That was really fun. You have surfing lessons. There's a lot of things you can pay for too. Just renting a bike, it's a couple dollars every 30 minutes and just go down the Strand. It's like through Santa Monica and Venice, I'm pretty sure, not positive. If you have a skateboard or roller skates or anything like that, that's a great place to do it too. People are always like on some form of moving vehicle thing. Okay, so is it worth moving here? Are you thinking about moving to LA? Is it worth it? I've only been here for 2 weeks, so I can't 100% tell you the answer. You might have to come try it for yourself and figure it out. I wouldn't get a year lease though, but Airbnb hosts month-long stays, so you can come give it a try. So far, I think it is worth living here. I think it is. If you feel at home here, it's worth it. If you feel at home no matter where you're at, it's worth it. Because things cost money everywhere, but it just depends what's worth the money, you know? The gas here is double the price of Arkansas, so that sucks, but it's worth it. And everything here is a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it because I can go 30 minutes away from where I live to go to an ocean. 30 minutes, that's it. There's free yoga classes. There's so many beautiful things. There's so many things to do. The traffic sucks. Really sucks if you're not used to it, but I've gotten used to it by now, so you will too. Anywhere where you feel at home is where you belong. I just hope you have the best day ever. I hope that maybe I can make you smile. Maybe you can giggle a little bit. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to make it this far.